So very good morning, warm welcome to all of you in this online class. My all the dear students of class 7B and C. I hope you all will be very fine and enjoying a lot. You will be staying safe at your residence and keep it on. And this is a very shiny morning over here, so weather is very cool. Now, I would like to say that yesterday we were discussing something important in our history chapter, and what we were discussing, we were trying to understand that within a time period of 1000 years, approximate 700 years AD to 1750 year AD, means from the arrival of Arabic people in India with the attack of Muhammad bin Qasim in 712. From there and up to 1750, means up to the battle of approximate Plassey, we were trying to understand that what kind of changes have taken place and how the history is reconstructed by the historians. So right now I am on page number 7. And right now studying the second paragraph of page number 7. So we will start. This was also a period of great mobility. Groups of people traveled long distance in the search of opportunity. The subcontinent held immense wealth and the possibilities for people to carve a fortune. Now, at that time period, approximate 700 AD, 800 AD, 900 AD, it was a time period of great mobility. Great mobility means people used to go from one place to another place in the search of some opportunity, in the search of some job, in the search of some occupation. So it was a period of great mobility. Mobility means moving from one place to another place. Groups of people traveled long distance in the search of opportunity, and huge groups of people. And at that time they used to be called like Banjaras, and they used to roam from one place to another place. Groups of people traveled long distances in the search of opportunity. The subcontinent held immense wealth. In this area, in our subcontinent, we used to have a huge amount of money, property, immense wealth. Okay, immense means more than sufficient. Okay, wealth means prosperity. So, not only the people from our country used to roam from one place to another place, but the people from outside, abroad, means foreign, from Central East Asia, from Southeast Asia, the people used to come and people used to search wealth, people used to search opportunity, people used to search job in our country. Okay, one group of people who became important in this period were the Rajputs, a name derived from Rajputras. Okay, at this time राजपूत एक जाति थी जो राजस्थान से निकली और धीरे धीरे करके पूरे भारतवर्ष में फैली। ये क्षत्रिय वर्ण के थे। तो वन ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हु बिकेम इम्पोर्टेंट, और इस पीरियड में, ये मिडिल पीरियड में आते आते स्टार्टिंग मिडिल पीरियड में बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाते हैं, और इनको राजपुत्रा भी कहा जाता है, और बाद में इनका नाम बिगड़ते बिगड़ते राजपूत हो गया। वैसे इनका सही नाम जो है वो राजपुत्र है, the son of a ruler. Between the 8th and 14th centuries, the term was applied more generally to a group of warriors who claimed Kshatriya's caste status. Okay, and from 18th to 8th to 14th century, from 800 AD to 1400 AD, this name Rajput name was given to such a kind of group of people who were warriors in nature, who used to fight for the country, and they used to claim themselves Kshatriya's caste status, means they were Kshatri by caste. The term included not just rulers and chieftains, but also soldiers and commanders who served in the army of different monarchs all over the subcontinent. And this term was not only used for chieftain. Chieftain means head of a kabila, head of a community. It's called chieftains. Mukhya, in simple word we can say this thing. Okay, and just chieftains, just a minute. बट सिर्फ किसी कबीले के सरदार को ही राजपूत के नाम से नहीं बुलाया जाता था, बट एट द सेम टाइम the army commanders and army soldiers also used to be named as Rajputas. Okay, a chivalric code, a chivalric code, a chivalric code of conduct, extreme valor and a great sense of loyalty were the qualities attributed to Rajputas by their poets and bards. Now a word has come, bards. Bards means court poet. Okay, poet means general poet, but bard means BARD. Bard means court poet. Okay, so suppose that have you heard the name of Prithviraj Chauhan? You must have heard. So Prithviraj Chauhan, who was he? He was a Rajput emperor of Delhi during 12th century. So I mean the poet and the bard used to tell their valor, used to tell their bravery, used to tell their sacrifice in their court poems. Court poems mean the poems that are written on court basis, and in those poems bard or a poet used to applause, used to praise such a kind of Rajputaj emperor. So very important thing. Other groups of people such as Marathas, Sikh, Jat, Ahoms and Kayasthas also used the opportunity to age became the politically important. Now जब हम 15वीं शताब्दी के बाद में आते हैं, when we come more forward than 15th century, means in 16th, 17th, 18th century, then we come to know apart from Rajputaj emperors, some other communities were also available in our country who were trying to convert themselves into a strong political power. Among them, Marathas, Sikh, Jat, Ahom. Ahom was a tribe, and Kayasthas. Kayasth means such a kind of person who used to write accounts note for emperor. Accounts note. Have you ever seen a Munsi type people? Munsi means clerk type people. I mean, they keep on writing what is the management, what is the account, I mean, how many rupees is coming from this side, how many rupees are coming from that side, then how many rupees we have to get from some another person, and how we will distribute that money among all the subparts. So these persons are called Kayasthas, a caste of scribes and secretaries. Okay, secretaries also used for the opportunities to the age of politically important. Secretaries, secretariats बना है, secretary से बना है, secretaries. Throughout this period, there was a gradual cleaning of forest and extension of agriculture. A change faster and more complete in some areas than in others. और क्या हुआ इस एरिया में, इस टाइम पीरियड में 1000 ईयर के टाइम पीरियड में व्हाट हैपेंड, some forest and some jungle side areas were also cleaned. Okay, उसको साफ करके खेती के लायक बनाया गया. That was made useful for the purpose of agriculture. Changes in their habitat. Habitat means forced many forest dwellers to migrate. हैबिटेट माने जो व्यक्ति जैसा जीवन जीने का आदी होता है उसको उसका हैबिटेट कहते हैं. तो the forest living people, just like tribal people, when they saw that a change had, now the forests are being cut out, then they changed their route. Habitat refers to the environment of a region and the social and economic lifestyle of the residents. Habitat वही कि मतलब kind of social and economical lifestyle, way of lifestyle is called habitat. किसी लोगों के जीवन जीने का जो सोशल तरीका है, जो इकोनॉमिकल तरीका है, उनके इकोनॉमिक्स के साधन कौन कौन से हैं, these things called the habitat of a particular person or locality or society. तो habitat बदल जाने से what happened? Forest dwellers were compelled to go outside. Okay, to migrate from one place to another place. Others started tilling the land. Till, you know tilling खुदाई करना, ठीक है ना, लैंड की. Other started tilling the land and became peasants. और कुछ लोगों ने खेतों की खुदाई करना स्टार्ट कर दिया और किसान बन गए. These new peasants group gradually began to be influenced by the regional markets, chieftains, priests, monasteries, and temples. They became part of large complex societies and were required to pay taxes and offer goods and services to local lords. Now what happened? आप जिस society में it doesn't matter in which society, but the society in which you start surviving, then it becomes you become a part of that society. So you are also the part of good and bad for that society also. So slowly and slowly, these peasants, these land workers became the part of the regional society, and they were accountable to chieftains, they were accountable to priests, they were accountable to monasteries, and they used to pay taxes to the lords also. Lords, you know, landlords. I mean the big farmer who used to provide some sort of land to poor farmers, that you just go and do your agriculture there, and whenever we will meet, then we will find it. Others started tilling the land and became peasants. These new peasant groups gradually began to be influenced by regional markets. Okay? Chieftains, priests, monasteries, and temples, they became the part of large complex societies and were required to pay taxes and offer goods and services to local lords. As a result, significant economic and social differences emerged amongst peasants. Now see what will happen. Suppose that I am a landlord. I provided you some sort of land to survive. Now what will you do? You will just give me tax, you will give me gift. So what will the condition? And from where you are paying me tax and gift? From your earning. So you will keep on becoming poor and poor, and I will becoming rich and rich. I will become rich without doing anything, only on this behalf that I have given some sort of land to you. But you will become poor after doing a hard work on that land also. So this was a thing, this was a ditch, D-I-T-C, ditch means khai. This was a ditch that was generated between poor peasants and landlords. This was a huge ditch. Others started tilling the land, became the peasants. Okay. As a result, significant economic and social differences emerged among the peasants. Some possessed more productive artisanal work and with agriculture activities during the lean season. Okay, and as society became more differentiated, people were grouped into jatis and subcaste. Now what happened? बहुत सारे लोग थे, they were not dependent upon agriculture. They used to do some artisan works, used to do some other work also. So now this, on the basis of their occupation and on the basis of their socio-economic condition, might underline this word, social economic condition, they the caste and community at that time were classified into various kind of groups. Okay, so that is also important. Various kind of group like various kind of jatis or caste or various kind of subcaste also. As society became more differentiated, people were grouped into jatis and subcaste and ranked on the basis of their backgrounds and their occupations. Rank were not fixed permanently and varied according to the power, influence and resources controlled by members of the jati. And their rank was not was not a permanent job. Slowly and slowly, when a group of peasants used to become rich, then those peasants, start living that status, and they became a part of noble society also. But this rank was transferable. This socio-economic condition was transferable. Once you, changes your status, then automatically the thinking of society about you used to be changed with the passage of time. The status of same jati could vary from area to area. It also depends. Suppose that in a particular area, the status of a particular jati is very good. It doesn't matter whether that jati comes under poor section or rich section. but on the basis of their good and prosperous background, the structure and the status of jati in a particular area is very good. But it is not considerable that the same jati will be good in some other area, in some other village or some other city also. Why? Because this thing vary from place to place. Jatis framed their own rules and regulation to manage the conduct of their members. 100% Jatis used to frame their own rules and regulation. They were connected with their own rules and regulation. These regulations were enforced by an assembly of elders. These regulations, these rule and regulations were enforced by assembly of elders. Have you seen some panchayat? Have you heard this name panchayat? A collective decision that is given by 5 persons is called the decision of a panchayat. So these regulations were enforced by assembly of elders. What do you mean by assembly of elders? Just like panchayat, described in some areas as jati panchayat. Now see, the word has been also given, underline this. Jati panchayat means 5 elder person among the same jati used to take some decision for the welfare of the jati or society, and others people used to follow them. But jatis were also required to follow the rules of their village. Several villages were governed by a chieftain, and apart from that jati panchayat, all the other person of jati were also requested to follow the rules of the village in which they are surviving. Okay, and villages were governed by a chieftain. Chieftain means again mukhya, head of the village, and such a kind of and even then in modern time we can see that there is an election for headman in our village side also. Any one of you, if he or she belongs to from a village side, then he must have heard the name of Gram Panchayat or Gram Pradhan. So who is Gram Pradhan? Gram Pradhan is the head of the village right now. So that is also called chieftains. Together they were only small unit of a state, and together now see such a small group of caste jatis were available in all over the society, and they collectively then they become a small unit of state, means village. So in village, a small unit of state means village. Remember, okay? Together they were only one small unit of state, only one village in nature. It doesn't matter that how many persons are coming in that criteria, how many jatis are coming in that criteria. So in such a way they were living their life from 700 AD to 1750 AD. I think you must be understanding me what I am saying and what I want to say. If you have any kind of problem, then one humble request from my behalf to you people, that please send me your queries in WhatsApp group. Send me inquiries in my personal, from your personal WhatsApp number to my personal number. And if you want, you can send your queries in your classroom, Google e-classroom also. As I will see the question, I will solve it out. So one paragraph more we will read. Okay. Reason and empire. Next heading is reason and empire. Up in the above heading we have studied about the social, about their economic condition and social condition, their jati, their village of the people who were surviving from 780 to 1750 AD. Now we would like to start one paragraph also. Reason and empire. Reason and empire. Large state likely those of Cholas. Underline these words. Cholas, Tughlaqs and Mughals. Now large state, these were the large state of India during that time. Cholas time period, from 7th BC up to 11th BC. This was the time period of Chola dynasty. Where was Chola dynasty available? Chola dynasty was in South India, in the area of Tamil Nadu, in the area of not Kerala at all, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Then second famous empire is Tughlaqs. Tughlaqs, you will learn that in during Sultanate time period there was a dynasty. Its name was Tughlaq dynasty, and it was very much important. Then the third chapter is Mughals. Chapter 4 is Mughals. So who are Mughals? You know, Akbar, Babur, Humayun, Jahangir, Shah Jahan. These emperors, the time period of these emperors is called Mughal time period. Okay, encompassed many regions. Sorry, encompassed many regions. So these type of territories became major because their living area, their living society was very large in size. A Sanskrit Prasasti. Now underline this word. A Sanskrit means Sanskrit is a language. Prasasti means praiseful writing. Praiseful, जो किसी के प्रशंसा में, किसी के लिए बड़ाई में लिखी जाती है जो चीज, that is called prasasti. See chapter 2 for an example of a prasasti. A Sanskrit prasasti praising the Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban. Okay, who was Ghiyasuddin Balban? He was a Sultan of Delhi. Okay, praising the Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban, and his time period is also given in bracket from 1266 to 1287. Explained that he was a ruler of a vast empire that stretched from Bengal. Bengal means Goda. Now see, right now the portion that is West Bengal, in a medieval time period, it used to be called as God Desh. God Desh. What do you mean by God Desh? God means hota hai, God used to be a kind of caste, caste of emperors. So, and those emperors used to rule over this area. So that is why West Bengal was called God Desh at that time. Okay. So in the Balban explained that he was a ruler of vast empire that is stretched from Bengal. Bengal means from the very east side of India in the east to Ghazni in Afghanistan in the west. Now from God means east side, from Bengal side, up to which extent? Up to Afghanistan, up to Ghazni. You know Ghazni, from where Mahmud Ghaznavi came to our country. Ghazni is local, right now it is a village in Afghanistan, but at that time it was a vast empire. So from Bengal to Afghanistan, his whole territory was. In the east, Ghazni in the west, and included all the South India. And in his empire, Balban's empire, whole South India also came. And the people of South India were called Dravid. The people of South India were called Dravid. Okay, people of different regions, Gauda, Andhra, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, apparently fled before his armies. And his army, he was the master of so good army that his army defeated the emperors of Gauda means Bengal, then Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Gujarat. In such a way, he was able to conquer the whole India. Now the homework for you on page number, just see on page number 9. On page number 9, there is a map of India. You have to do that work, that homework and submit it to me. Map of India.